What's up, guys? Welcome to our edition of Market Riders, beating the market one trade at a time. Been a crazy week. A lot of moves being made in the market. Amazon having crazy earnings, Apple having crazy earnings, and just a lot of deals in general going on in the market. Hope everybody was able to lock in those trades. Let's jump into those penny stocks for the week. Let's get into it. So let's jump into it. So these go in my top three penny picks for next week. Just some for you all to look at. It's on my watch list for some moves being made. So let's jump into number one. We got ticker sign GSAT for GSAT for Globalstar. Moving average 10 is 39 cents. Moving average 50 is 39 cents. And moving average 100 is 39 cents. The difference is like a hundredth of a cent. So not that much difference between the three. It ended the week at 38 cents, so it's below all three of those metrics, moving average 10, 50, and 100. So, you know, below those metrics, but still on my watch list because there are a lot of moves being made in the company. I think the company has a lot of promise, in my personal opinion, for growth long term. Now, this is what I'll call an actual, solid penny stock because it is trading at 38 cents. So, if you aren't familiar with penny stocks go and trade from, as low as like 10 cents, 5 cents, all the way up to $5. So that's kind of the cut off for a penny stock. So if you are familiar with that cutoff is, that's what the cutoff is for a penny stock. So let's jump into some background information on them, because as you guys know, I don't just like to read charts. I like to go into some background information on the company and see what they're doing. So going into Globalstar, I'll just read some of the press releases. Globalstar announces new ground station in Argentina. They announced a new ST-100 satellite transmitter. Spot introduces a new Spot X Jeep X Edition two-way satellite messenger. Globalstar announces first quarter 2020 results. So, a lot of stuff going on with the company. Let's click on these results and see how those turned out. So this came out May 7th. So, kind of a little bit old, just scanning through the good stuff, which we want to see is the financials. So revenue increased 7%. So it says the first quarter of 2020 increased 7% from the first quarter of 2019, due primarily to engineering services revenue related to network feasibility study, offset partially by declines in other revenue streams. So if you aren't familiar with the company, they basically make like satellites. They had a lot of satellite phone services. They have a lot of patents under this company. One company you compare them to is kind of like BlackBerry or Motorola, as far as satellite technology is concerned, or technology is concerned. Kind of a really niche company, but if you think about it, this company is kind of like one of the leaders in this technology. But going into the future, you're gonna have companies like Amazon, you're gonna have Starlink, and you know SpaceX, and a lot of other companies, jumping into the whole satellite space. So they're gonna need people to partner with. A lot of stuff they're not just gonna sole source themselves, even though they could. I believe SpaceX definitely could. They definitely have the manpower, and technology to do that. But it's always good to have people who have those expertise under their belt to help. So going into operating loss decreased from 18.3 million during the first quarter to 14.1 million. Um, First quarter of 2020. So it's always a good thing when companies can change their burn rate, which basically burn rate is just how fast they're spending money. Every company's going to spend money, but those rates are always different. So that's always a good thing. Net income loss fluctuated 64 million from net income first quarter 2019 to net loss first quarter 2020. This change was due primarily to 57 million non-cash derivative gain recorded during 2019. So, financially, in my opinion, I think they're doing okay. Not the best, but I think with all the things they have going on and all the patents and technology they have under their belt, I think they definitely are posed to be set up to have a lot of partners in the future, as far as growing their whole industry. Um, because they're still in a niche industry. But I think that stuff's kind of catching on. If you follow the news, you see a lot of this technology catching on, and they're kind of like ahead of that. So going to my next one, we got ticker sign HMHC, and this is for Huffton. Moving average, let's go down here. Moving average 10 is $292.95. Moving average 50 is $2.88. And moving average 100 is $2.84. They ended the week at $2.96. So they're above all three of those metrics: moving average 10, moving average 50, and the moving average 100. So, pretty good in my opinion. I did add a ticker on here. Another indicator. This is the VWAP. Basically, just shows the volume of people who are buying the stock. It's basically a short way to explain it. Just another metric, a way to analyze charts. If you're using Webull, which I have a link for down below, next to that thumbs up that you need to smash. You can go check that out, and just add this on there in the indicators. It'll be in this top section right here for indicators. So just look into that and add that to it. No cost to you, of course. So, jumping into them, some background information on them. People may be saying, what is this company? Huffington, or, ooh, I'm going to butcher this. Huffington, Milton, Mifflin, Harcourt. Wow, their name is a very tongue twister. So basically, what they do is they have educational learning services for children, just so educators can go on and help with the remote teaching. They're kind of one of the companies that started this or became popular for this digital subscription platform, where teachers can basically go on and teach, and other schools and school districts can integrate with them, so that people can get their courses during the whole pandemic situation. Now, considering, students are still going back to school, but some parents may not be comfortable with that, I think this company is definitely going to be one to watch in the future, because they're being given options. So all the students aren't having to go back to school. I think, some of them can choose to do, whether it's in class learning or out of class learning or 50-50. But this is definitely a tool that a lot of school districts and schools have adopted. And, I think, as it becomes more popular, more and more school districts will be jumping on board on this, and I definitely think it's good, to have that option. Jumping into my last one, I have ticker sign IBIO. No stranger to the channel. This one's been on here before. I think I try to diversify it, but I think this one's still long term play in my opinion. Um, Moving average 10 is $4.48. Moving average 50 is $4.49. Moving average 100 is $4.50. They ended the week at $4.44. So below their moving average 10, below their moving average 50, and below their moving average 100. So, down on a little bearish trend going down, but looks like towards the end of the day, volume tried to increase, but they had a large sell off towards the end of the day. This is the 1 minute chart. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. So 15-minute chart wasn't as dramatic as the 1 minute chart. Kind of almost showed a green pattern, but as we see on the left hand side, there's a lot of red. So a lot of people sold off towards the end of the day. But this is the reason why I think they're definitely going to show promise in the coming weeks. This article came out in June, but it basically says that their second program for the whole Roni situation, that they were starting and ramping it up. So, that's been June. Definitely looking for updates on them, and there hasn't really been many updates on this trial to see what the progress is. Now, this is definitely a niche, industry, vaccines, cures, whatever you want to call it, around the whole pandemic situation. Definitely is a very niche market. So, they move fast, they go up fast, and they go down really fast. So just bear that in mind if you're investing in, this whole pharmaceutical stocks. You can get a lot of money on pharmaceutical stocks, or you could lose a lot of money on pharmaceutical stocks. So, just bear that in mind. Use caution when out there. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial information. So just bear that in mind. If you want financial information, contact a CPA. So this is just my watch list of stocks that I think have potential in the upcoming future. So, IBIO, definitely interested to see, how that trial goes. Definitely, one of the companies that I'm looking at in the future alongside Moderna, Pfizer, and INO. So those three, including this one, definitely on my watch list for stocks that are, on the charge for vaccines. So drop a comment down below. Tell me what stocks you guys are looking at. Make sure you smash subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.